Disney Toy Story, The Big Campout. Guess what? Bonnie looked excitedly at her toys. We're doing something really special tonight. The toys were carefully arranged on Bonnie's bed. They couldn't wait to find out what the special something was. But they stayed motionless. The little girl clapped her hands. We're going on an adventure. The toys were excited, but they still didn't move. And we are all get to go, Bonnie said. She carefully placed Woody, Buzz Lightyear's Slinky Dog, and all her new toys in a big tote bag. Next, she collected her beloved old toys. Buttercup the Unicorn, Trixie the Triceratops, and a hedgehog called Mr. Pricklepants. A rag doll named Dolly came, too. We're going to have so much fun. Bonnie told them. Bonnie ran off to find a flashlight. Once she had left, all the toys suddenly came to life. I wonder what we're going... Mr. Picklepants said. I hope they aren't any scary animals, Rex the dinosaur whispered. I'll protect you, Woody the cowboy said with a wink. Then the toys heard footsteps and stopped talking. We're camping out, Bonnie announced happily as she came into the room. She scooped up the tote bag. A few minutes later, Bonnie and her toys were in the backyard. Here we are, she said. Bonnie carefully unpacked the toys and began arranging them inside a tent she had set up. You sit next to Trixie, she told Rex, placing the two dinosaurs side by side. Buttercup, Woody, and Buzz, you guys will be next to my sleeping bag. Soon everyone had their very own spot. Now, let's have a picnic. Bonnie began passing out a toy food and toy plates. Corn for Buttercup, pepperoni pizza for Rex, spaghetti for Bullseye. Bonnie, dinner time, a voice called out. It was Bonnie's mother. Bonnie giggled. I've got to eat my dinner, but don't worry, I'll be back soon. She gave each toy a hug, then crawled out of her tent. Left alone in the tent, the toys began to explore. This is a right comfortable spot, Jessie said, admiring Bonnie's puffy, sleepy bag. The accommodations really aren't quite satisfactory, Mr. Pricklepants agreed. Well, shine my spurs, Woody exclaimed, noticing an electric camping lantern. He turned it on, and a warm glow lit up the tent. He motioned for the toys to gather in a circle. Let's have a sing-along, Woody suggested. He held his cowboy hat over his heart and began to sing. Camptown races. Jessie quickly joined in, and Bullseye stomped his hooves in time for the beat. The other toys began singing too. After a few more songs, the toys went outside. They still had some time before Bonnie returned, and they wanted to explore. Mr. Potato had peeked through the tent flaps. It had gotten dark. The coast is clear. The toys stepped into the backyard. Look, Buttercup said, the stars are coming out. Buzz smiled. That, my friend, is the Big Dipper. 7 stars that form a ladle shape. He pointed toward the constellation. You sure know a lot about the sky, Trixie said. Impressed. Buzz grinned. Comes with the Space Ranger territory. I just saw a shooting star, Mr. Potato Head shouted. I think that was a firefly, Ham said. Jessie hopped on Bullseye. I'm going to explore the yard. Buttercup trotted over. Follow me. I'll show you the rose red near the sprinklers. Trixie turned on to the toys. Who wants to play freeze tag? Before anyone could answer, she tapped Rex. Tag, you're frozen. Smiling, the rest of the toys began running away as Trixie chased after them. The flower bed is out of bounds, she shouted. Hey, someone tag me, Rex called, still frozen. Anyone? I'm wiped out, Ham said, as a little later, after a shadow puppet production, suggested Mr. Pricklepants. Good idea, Woody said, leading the toys into the tent. Bonnie's going to be back soon. The toys used Bonnie's flashlight to create the shadow puppets on the tent. Buzz made an airplane with his wings. Mr. Pricklepants made an elephant. Rex peeked outside the tent window. Boy, it sure got dark fast here, he remarked. Then Dolly made a pair of bunny ears behind his head. Everyone laughed, even Rex. A sleepover wouldn't be complete without a scary story, Mr. Potato Head said. He clicked out the flashlight so the toys would be in the darkness. Once there was a little toy that got lost in the forest. The forest was dark, very dark. Just like now, Rex exclaimed, beginning to get scared. Suddenly there were footsteps. Mr. Potato Head said. The toys heard the sound of someone running. Like now, Jessie said with a gasp. Mr. Potato Head continued his story. A monster was coming. Ah! Rex shrieked as a huge shadow loomed over the tent. The toys all flopped down and went still. The tent flap opened. I'm back, Bonnie said, smiling at her toys. She brought the toys outside and placed them in a circle around the lantern. She gave each one a marshmallow on a twig. It wouldn't be a campout if we didn't toast marshmallows, she announced happily. The toys couldn't have agreed more, and Rex was especially glad that there wasn't a real monster after all.